Om Sairam, Sri Sairam, Jai Jai Sairam. Chapter 45. Kaka Sahib's doubt and Anandrao's vision. Wood plank, Baba's bed, stead and not Bhagat's. Preliminary. We have described in the last three chapters Baba's passing away. His physical or finite form has no doubt disappeared from our view, but the infinite or spiritual form ever lives. The Leelas which occurred during his lifetime have been dwelt upon at great length up till now. Ever since his passing away, more Leelas have taken place and are even now happening. This clearly shows that Baba is ever living and helping his devotees as before. The people who got the contact of Baba when he was living were indeed very fortunate, but if any of them did not get the dispassion for the things and enjoyments of the world and had not their minds turned to the Lord, it was really their ill luck. What was then desired and is still now desired, if the wholehearted devotion to Baba. All our senses, organs and mind should cooperate in worshipping and serving Baba. It is no use in engaging some organs in the worship and deflecting others. If a thing like worship or meditation is to be done, it ought to be done with all our mind and soul. The love that a chaste woman bears to her husband is sometimes compared to that which his disciple bears to his master. Yet the former falls far short of the latter, which is incomparable. No one, whether he be father, mother, brother, or any other relation, comes to our aid in attaining the goal of life. We have to chalk out and transverse the path of self-realization ourselves. We have to discriminate between the unreal and the real, renounce the things and enjoyments of his world and control our senses and mind and aspire our liberation only. Instead of depending upon others, we should have full faith in ourselves. When we begin to practice discrimination, we come to know that the world is transient and unreal, and our passion for worldly things becomes less, and ultimately we get dispassion or non-attachment for them. When we know that the Brahma, which is no other than our Guru, is the sole reality, and as it transcends and visits the seeming universe, we begin to worship it in all creatures. This is the unitive bhajan or worship. When we thus worship the Brahma or Guru wholeheartedly, we become one with him and attain self-realization. In short, always chanting the name of the Guru and meditating on him enables us to see him in all beings and confers eternal bliss on us. The following story will illustrate this. Kaka Sahib's doubt and Anantrao's vision. It is well known that Sai Baba had enjoyed Kaka Sahib Dikshit to read daily two works of Shri Eknath Bhagat and Bhavata Ramayan. Kaka Sahib read these daily while Baba was living, and he followed the practice even after Baba's passing away. Once in Kaka Mahajani's house in Chowpatty, Mumbai, Kaka Sahib was reading Eknath's Bhagat in the morning. Madhavrao Deshpande alai Shama and Kaka Mahajani were then present and listened attentively to the portion read, namely the second chapter, 11th skanda of the book. Therein the ninth Nathas or Siddhas of the Rishabha family, namely Kavi, Hari, Antariksha, Prabuddha, Pipalayan, Avirhotra, Drumil, Chamas and Karabajan, expounded the principles of the Bhagat Dharma to King Janak. The latter asked all the nine Nathas most important questions, and each of them answered them satisfactorily. The first example, Kavi explained what is Bhagat Dharma, Hari the characteristics of Bhakta, Antariksha what is Maya, Prabuddha how to cross Maya, Pipalian incarnations of God and their deeds, Chamas how a non-devotee fares after death, Karabhajan, the different modes of worship of God in different ages. The substance of all exposition was that in this Kali age, the only means of liberation was the remembrance of Hari's or Guru's feet. After the reading was over, Kaka Sahib said in a despondent tone to Madhavrao and others, how wonderful is the discourse of the nine Nathas or Bhakti or devotion. How at the same time, how difficult it is to put it into practice. The Nathas were perfect, but it is possible for fools like us to attain the devotion as delineated by them. We won't get it even after several births. Then how are we to get salvation? It seems that there is no hope for us. Madhavrao did not like this pessimistic attitude of Kaka Sahib. He said it is a pity that one who by his good luck got such a jewel as Baba should cry out so despairingly. If he was unwavering faith in Baba, why should he feel restless? The bhakti of the Nathas may be strong and powerful, but it does not ask loving and affectionate. And has not Baba told us authoritatively and remembering and chanting Hari's and Guru's name confers salvation? Then where is the cause for fear and anxiety? Kaka Sahib was not satisfied with Madhavrao's explanation. He continued to be anxious and restless the whole day, thinking and brooding over how to get the powerful bhakti of the Nadas. Next morning, the following miracle took place. One gentleman named Anandrao Pakade came there in search of Madhavrao. The reading of the Bhagavad was then going on. Mr. Pakade sat near Madhavrao and was whispering something to him. He was mentioning in low tone his dream vision as there was some interruption in the reading by this whispering. Kaka Sahib stopped the reading and asked Madhavrao what the matter was. The latter said, "Yesterday you expressed your doubt. Now here is the explanation of it." Here Mr. Pakde's vision explaining the characteristic of saving devotion and showing that the devotion in the form of bowing down or worshipping of Guru's feet is sufficient. All were anxious to hear the vision, especially Kaka Sahib. At their suggestion, Mr. Pakade began to relate the vision as follows. I was standing in a deep sea in waist deep water. There I saw Sai Baba all of a sudden. He was sitting on a beautiful throne studded with diamonds with his feet submerged in water. I was most pleased and satisfied with the form of Baba. The vision was so realistic that I never thought that it was a dream. Curiously, even Madhavrao was also standing there. He said to me feelingly, "Anandrao, fall at Baba's feet." I rejoined, "I also wish to do so, but his feet are in water. How can I place my head on them? I am helpless." Hearing this, he said to Baba, "O Deva, take out your feet," which was under water. Then Baba immediately took out his feet. I caught them without delay and bowed them down to them. On seeing this, Baba blessed me, saying, "Go now, you will attain your welfare. There is no cause for fear and anxiety." He also added, "Give a silk bordered dhota to my Shama. You will benefit thereby." In compliance with Baba's order, Mr. Pakade has brought the dhota and requested Kaka Sahib to hand over it to Madhavrao, but the latter refused to accept it, saying that unless Baba gave a hint or suggestion for acceptance, he would not accept it. Then, after some discussion, Kaka Sahib decided to cast lots. It was the invariable practice of Kaka Sahib to cast lots in all the matters and to abide by the decision as given in the pit of chit in doubt. In this particular case, two chits, on one of which was written to accept and on other to reject, were placed at Baba's feet, and a child was asked to pick one of them. The accept chit was picked up and the dhota was accepted by Madhavrao. In this way, both Anandrao and Madhavrao were satisfied, and Kaka Sahib's difficulty was solved. This story exhorts us to give respect to the words of other saints, but at the same time asks us to have full faith in our mother, that is the Guru, and abide by his instructions, for he knows our welfare better than any other person. Carve out on your heart the following words of Baba. There are innumerable saints in this world, but our Father is the Father, real Guru. Others might say many good things, but we should never forget our Guru's words. In short, love your Guru wholeheartedly, surrender to him completely, and prostrate yourselves before him reverentially, and then you will see that there is no sea of the mundane existence before you to cross. Wooden plank, Baba's bedstead, and not Bahad's. In his earlier days, Baba slept on the wooden plank, forearm in length and only a span in breadth, with panathis burning at its four corners. Later on, he broke the plank into pieces and threw it wide away. Once Baba was describing the greatness or importance of this plank to Kaka Sahib. On hearing this, the latter said to Baba, "If you still love the wooden plank, I will again suspend or hang up one in the masjid for you to sleep at ease." Baba replied, "I won't lie to sleep of leaving Mahalspati down on the ground." Then Kaka Sahib said, "I will provide another plank for Mahalspati too." Baba said, "How can he sleep on the plank? It is not easy to sleep on the plank. He who can sleep with his eyes wide open can affect that. When I go to sleep, I often ask Mahalspati to sit by my side, place his hands on my heart, and watch the chanting of the Lord's name. This, and if he finds me sleepy, wake me up. He can't do even this. He himself gets drowsy and begins to nod his head. When I feel his hand heavy as a stone on my heart and cry out, 'Oh Bahad,' he moves and opens his eyes. How can he who can't sit and sleep well on the ground, and whose asana is not steady, and who is slave to sleep, can sleep high upon a plank?" On many other occasions, Baba said out of love for his devotees, "What is ours is with us, and what is others is with them." Bow to Shri Sai. Peace be to all. Thank you.